Now that we have the front done, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we plan on doing the rear of this. As you do know, we have the rear suspension here, so the front is all done, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get the rear installed. Rear lift is installed. I love it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new to the channel, I am SendIt Steve, and this is the Avalanche build. So today we're actually going to finish buttoning up the video. If you didn't see the video from yesterday, go check it out. We are installing a 6-inch rough country lift kit to this. So yesterday's video, just to kind of quickly go over it, we installed the rear bracket. We've got the transfer case all shaved down here and everything tossed in here. Everything is ready to go as far as tearing it down and putting the transfer case back in. So if you're interested in that video, definitely go check it out. If you're just here to watch, stay tuned because we got a lot more coming. So basically today, what we're gonna do is finish installing the front lift kit on this, which is basically reassembly at this point, except for one thing that you do have to do, and that is add this I guess helper block, whatever you want to call it, but it's to add this onto the lower control arm. So the first thing you're going to have to do is drill it out. Let me see, I'll bring this control arm over here. You can see this is what it comes like factory. Then you'll actually get your slug that goes in behind here, and then you're actually gonna have to drill this hole here. So let me go ahead and get everything set up here to where we're ready to go. Luckily, obviously, they give you everything that you need hardware related to do so. It's actually going to be this bolt here, this slug here, and it's actually going to be, sorry, my phone's going off like crazy today. This bolt, I think I set it out somewhere. You get that drilled out, you're then good to go. Obviously the slug is still in there. We're gonna go ahead and lay this back on top here, and we should be good to go. So what you'll do then is feed this up through the bottom. All right, now this notch here actually fits this absolutely perfectly, so you'll go ahead and get that lined up, get your bolt started, and you're almost ready for reassembly. All right, we'll go ahead and get this tightened up, and obviously you want to tighten this one here first and then tighten that one. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're ready to put this thing back together. About 37 uggas and it's all tight. Alrighty, and there you go, you're ready for reinstallation. What up?
What are you doing?
Fucking lift on this damn...
Alright, did I tell him to leave the keys in like the glove box?
Dude, that would be sick.
Okay, and then you'll swing over later and pick it up?
That'd be so much easier than trying to do it in the mornings.
Right, okay. And then I'll just tell him to leave the keys in the glove box and you'll be over today and get it.
Ooh. Now, if any of you guys do this, you'll understand how hard that actually is with one person. Two people would be pretty simple, but one person, it's definitely a task. Especially if Matt Beaver calls and says a car that you bought is needs picked up today. Looks like it's gonna be tomorrow, buddy. A little odd of a setup here, but it should work and should work well. The reason I put the socket here is to keep it from kicking that board out. There we go. She's moving. One more pump. There it is. It's out. It's just still kind of tight. There she go. All right. Well, let's go back outside here and get the rest of it put back together. Next thing you'll want to do is go ahead and just go ahead and tighten up all the bolts for the hub assembly into the spindle. Don't over tighten these guys. These are ones where you can afford to not over tighten them because you don't want to strip these ones for sure. Should be good to go. Now we can go ahead and get our spindle installed. At this rate here, it might be easier to go ahead and just toss the axle in, and then you'll be able to go back through and tighten everything else up. So one thing I did is I left most of the suspension components all loose until I'm ready to go ahead and just tighten everything down. So like some of the things that you tighten up obviously are the hub assembly bolts on the back. Easier to do while it's out of the truck than in the truck. Obviously your new mount here is going to be easier to do now than it will be later on. But yeah, basically now everything's just tossing it all back together. So let's keep plugging and chugging. There you have it. We've got the front all in here. The sway bar is going to be easier to go ahead and install with weight on the suspension. So I'm going to bring a jack back under here and go ahead and tighten it. I had to lower the jack to get the bottom bolt tightened down here, but I've also got to raise it up because it's that much higher that I can't get the wheels and tires on here. So awesome. I'm glad that's the way it is. The only other thing I almost forgot, was this bolt broke up here for the top brake line. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zip tie this one. I'd like this one to be able to have some flex to it. As you do know, we did raise this thing, but the other one goes ahead and bolts right here on the side of the arm. So this one here, I do want to have a little bit of flex just in case, but you know, I don't think we need crazy flex. So we're just going to zip tie it. And I know a bunch of you critics are going to be out there and be like, oh, that's just SendIt Steve doing his thing. But no, I really would like this to be able to break free rather than break free or break the line here. So I'm okay with that being my decision, and I look forward to finishing up the rear, so stand by. Oh yes, this thing looks absolutely killer. So excuse me. So I know a bunch of you, I mean, yes, I still got to tighten up the 4 bolts here on the bottom, and the top one's up here, but that's easy. I just wanted to get it back together real quick so I could actually get the video done, because it is supposed to start raining again today, but it is what it is. You got to overcome, just kind of rush it back together. And I also got to put the sway bar end link in here, which that's the bolts that you still see sitting there. So we still got to do the sway bar end link on this side. I just wanted, like I said, to get this video out to you guys and let you know that we are coming together. I'm absolutely glad that I decided to do the orange on the spindles. Now the Urban Bourbon I didn't do that with. I thought it was going to look too much kind of overkill, but I'm glad that I did it on this. Obviously we got to clean it up and everything for our shows that we're going to do, but this thing came together and looks freaking sick. So now the moment of truth, we are going to lower this thing down and get our ride height. Now I also don't have the torsion keys. I have them in the factory location. I didn't max them out yet. I don't think I'm gonna have to, but if I have to, because obviously we do know these are 37s, if I have to max them out, then I will max them out. But for right now, let's get this thing down on the ground. Moment of truth. Oh, that barely lowered it at all. Oh, that barely lowered it at all. That looks freaking killer. And actually, I mean, yes, I am gonna have to do some trimming, which it's fine, but we're not gonna be using this bumper anyway, but I will have to do some trimming. Like I said, these bumpers don't mean anything to me. Not to quote Whistling Diesel there, but these bumpers mean nothing to me, so we will cut these off right here. And in the rear, let's see actually how it looks on this side. Yeah, it's a little tight here, but we can go ahead and massage that into being able to fit. Like I did say also, we do have some room on the torsion keys. I've got probably another inch I can, you know, raise this thing up. But man, now that we have the front done, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we plan on doing the rear of this. As you do know, we have the rear suspension here, so the front is all done, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get the rear installed. Rear lift is installed. I love it. Man, we now have a truck that has the Cali lane done. Now, I know in the comment section down below, you guys are either gonna love it or hate it, and it is what it is at this point. So what I'm gonna plan on doing is there's a couple shows coming up here in the next month. We're gonna leave it like this for probably the next month or so. As you do know, I do have the other parts powder coated and everything, so they are ready to go on the rear. We are gonna lift the whole thing, but for now we're gonna run around Cali lean. You do see we do have the powder coated parts to finish up the rear, which is very, very simple. The rear is literally, you pull the springs out, replace with these springs, lower it down, lower the brake lines down, and drop these in for your shock mounts, and this actually goes for your torsion bar. So the rear is actually like a super simple setup, but for right now, the next month or so, this is how she is going to look. Also, I am going to have to do a little bit of trimming in the back here, as you can tell here. Or actually, I can probably just pull that out of the way with like a zip tie or something. But it definitely touches a little bit on this piece here, not a big deal. On the back, I think we'd be okay as long as we don't put any weight in the back of this thing. Our major tow rig, we do still have the F450, so if we have to do any towing, we'll just use that. But there you guys have it. The Avalanche is lifted in the front. We are Cali stanced or Carolina squatted. I freaking love it, and I am freaking pumped. So there you guys have it. If you like the content, please smash that like button, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video for sure. Now, I do have to pick something up. I did buy something that I didn't mean to buy. You'll see it in the next video, so stay tuned for that. Take care, have a great one. And that, my friends, is why you powder coat parts. So all it really did was scuff it here, which that you won't see. Scuffed it here a little bit, little there, a little nick there, which not a big deal. And then down here, these ones, you can see little scuffs on there, but the powder actually kind of took the abuse. Little scratch there, and this is just gonna be dirt from the bottom of the trash can. So it's still gonna look good, guys.